2020 is over! Congratulations, everyone. If you're here, you've done a fantastic job. You are existing and going through the world, and I'm very proud of you. That's very admirable of you to continue doing that. Anyway, the year is over, and typically on this channel we do a kind of recap of the last year and a look forward to the next year. And things it used to be pretty straightforward. I tell you, like, the stats, because some people are interested in the stats, and also I'm interested in the stats because the stats of a channel are basically you guys. So it's a story of what you did on the channel for the last year. And usually I would recap our last goals, and did we make it, and our next goals, and what we're gonna try do moving forward. So, you know, it's been a tough year. It's been a tough year, all around, and I hope you're all doing all right and you're all working your way through all the things going on right now. 2021 is looking a little bit more in the positive light, and I hope things continue in that direction, which would be nice. But you know, let's just do stats. Stats are always nice, and you know, I can show these on screen as well as we type them out. You know, let's do 2020 stats. Look at that. I can put text right on the screen for you, and we can enjoy it. And let me tell you the story of your goings on this channel through 2020, and not just the statistic of, you know, views, watch time, and all of that, but also in relation to the whole channel, in the lifetime of the channel. And I realized something pretty big. So for example, we got 10.8 million views in 2020. 10.8 million views. It's the first year that this channel crossed 10 million views. That doesn't necessarily mean I made more money, by the way, because of COVID and all of that, ad revenue tanked for a good while. But I assume the videos have helped you guys, kept you busy, kept you entertained, so I'm glad about that. Last year was 8 million something. This year's 10 million. First time we crossed 10 million views. So thank you so much for watching. That's very kind of you. Important note about this. 10.8 million views is 25.2% of my total view count. Total view count of the entire history of my channel. That means a quarter. My channel's been going for 9 years, and a quarter of all the views I've ever gotten came from the last year. So that's a good sign. That's a good sign. How about watch hours? How about watch hours? You thought it was 8 million USD? Oh, if only. If only. Watch hours, we got 1.6 million watch hours. That is 96 million minutes. 1.6 million watch hours. So that's a lot. That's a lot. To save space on the screen, I'm just gonna say that. And that is actually 30.8% of my entire channel's lifetime watch time. So almost a third of people spending time on this channel has been in the last year. Also pretty good. Also pretty good. I guess people have been staying home and watching videos. This is all on YouTube, by the way. This is YouTube. I do make long videos, but you always watch through. The long videos thing is something I will be talking about. It was a decision. In terms of subscribers, 30.4 thousand subs, which was 22.8% of my entire sub count came from the last year. So a good fifth, I guess, fifth to quarter of our sub count. 30,000 subs is massive. We have 134,000 subs right now. So We hit the 100,000 mark towards the end of 2019, and I got a silver play button, showed that off. It's been in a box ever since. It's down here on the floor. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with it, but 30,000 subs. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. A lot of you are probably new if you're watching this. Welcome to the channel. I'm glad you're joining us and hanging out and enjoying the videos and all of that. Most people don't stick to watch the full videos. No, not at all. Not at all. And Bob Sen Jr. in chat, if you're watching this on YouTube, we're doing this live on Twitch as well. Twitch.tv/GamerZakh. Just wanted to say, really appreciate your videos. I've always have you on my side monitor when you write papers for uni. Perfect, perfect. I'm great background noise. I know that. I know I'm great background noise. I'm glad you're enjoying that. That's why we do the occasional ASMR, you know, videos and stuff like that. Next stat, likes. You want to know how many times you guys pressed the like button on a video? 165.5 thousand likes. 165,500 likes. I'm glad you like the videos. It's actually very much appreciated. It does help. And of course, with likes, we have to talk about dislikes. Still, more than ever, 8.3 thousand dislikes. Fair, I think. Can't expect everyone to enjoy things. And I think that the math works out to somewhere between 94-95% likes. Yeah. What is there to dislike? A lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. People have lots of dislikes. Varied and odd sometimes. Like I once got someone disliking an Age of Wonders video because in the video I killed dire penguins, which were enemy units, and they were like, I can't believe you killed the dire penguins, dislike. So not all of the dislikes are serious. How many YouTube comments posted? Ah, perfect question, because that's the next stat. 18.3 thousand comments. 18.3 thousand comments. That is also more than ever in a single year. Almost 20,000. Almost 20,000. Almost 20,000 comments in 2020. 18.3 thousand. That's huge. And also, very much appreciated. It does help. If you guys want to support channels without anything to do with money or anything, liking and commenting does actually help a good amount, because, you know, YouTube is Google. Google's all about algorithms. It's always like that. How many YouTube of these comments are, how many of those were not toxic trolls? The vast majority, I get a hate comment on average 1 every 2 days, so we can estimate 150, 160 toxic trolls, about that, right? So vast majority is just people discussing things, talking about things, enjoying things, sharing opinions and preferences and likes, and asking questions and all of that. And I do try to respond to as many as possible. So if you leave comments, particularly asking a question, I'll most likely get back to you. Hate comments, bored people. Sometimes drunk people. Sometimes people just hurting inside. You know, I've received hate comments, and then I like go to their account and they have a recent video talking about something very painful. So sometimes they're just going through something, and so I don't take hate comments very personally. Right? People usually dislike the video, don't watch even more than 30 seconds of it, so it's a useless stat. Yeah, dislikes, generally, if the the like ratio is still above 80%, there's nothing particularly wrong with the video. If you make a video and it's like 50% dislikes, there's some useful stats there. There's something going on. But if it's still 80% likes, especially if it's like 90% likes, then it's fine. It's fine. Can I see what countries watch me the most? I can. It's not something I have on hand. Let's see the top countries. Top countries in 2020. Let's go to audience and have a look. The top countries are... I'll type this out for you guys. US, UK, Germany, Poland, and Canada. In case you're interested. Top countries, US, UK, Germany, Poland, Canada. This is going across my body, so I'm just gonna say, there we go. US, UK, Germany, Poland, Canada. Though, to be fair, those percentages are not huge, except for United States, 19.1% of, in my top geographies, 19.1% of the views were United States. After that, UK was 6.8%, Germany 6.2%, Poland 3.4%, Canada 3.4%. So after the United States, it's basically 6%, 6%, and then 3%. Then there's a lot of 3%, a lot of 2%. So it is very global. How many from Malaysia? Last I checked, it's like 0.9%. Less than 1% watch me in my own country. Where's all the Malaysians? Not here. They don't watch this stuff. They don't watch this stuff. And for all of that, 186 videos published. 186 videos published. Let me just swap these two around. So pushes the countries a little bit lower. 186 videos published, which is actually slightly less than the previous year in 2019. I published, I think, 210 videos in 2019, though I think the quality of the videos I'm putting out now are somewhat higher than 2019. I did want to sort of focus on quality over quantity, right? So that's why, that's that. So there we go. These are the stats. The stats for 2020, and this is a story of you, right? Because I cannot do any of this stuff. I can't do any of this. I can't even do top countries. I'm Malaysian. It's not there, right? Oh, the 186 videos is mine, right? The rest of it is all you. The rest of it's all you. So in case you're wondering what you guys were doing on the channel, here you go. Here you go. Average YouTube video length, I don't have that stat. I don't have that stat. Okay, let's get rid of that text. Move on to the next thing. So recapping 2020, our goals at the start of 2020, in our last New Year's vlog. I was feeling kind of lost after 100,000 subscribers, because for a long time, for 8 years, I had been making content and thinking, okay, I am going to behave and act and create content as if I had 100,000 subscribers, and we'll work our way there. And it took us 8 years to get to 100,000 subscribers. I got the play button. And then I was like, now what do we do? How do I make things better from here? How do I improve? How do I do things? And I sort of went into 2020 with, you know, some leftover goals from 2019, which was trying to get more direct support so that we can reduce the number of ads. So thanks to Patreon and you guys helping on Patreon and using the Humble Bundle referral link and all of the other methods of supporting the channel, we managed to reduce the number of ad breaks on the channel, going from an average of one every 15 minutes to one every like 25 minutes, I think, if we average it out. So a significant number of ads. I actually went through all my old videos and reduced the number of ad breaks because of support on Patreon. I think that's a fair trade. But besides that, that was a carryover goal from 2019 to just continue doing that. And as I thought about it, I got feedback from you guys, I realized I need something that can be successful besides the list videos, right? Besides the list videos, I need something else, because there's been previous years where the list videos don't take off, and then we struggle to keep up with paying the bills and all of that. 8 years and 100k subs, maybe 8 months for another 100k. If we hit 200,000 subs in 2021, it will be amazing, because it's another 70,000 subs. Does YouTube Premium help? Yes. YouTube Premium, basically on average per view, a YouTube Premium view pays twice as much to the creator compared to ad revenue. And it automatically removes all ads for you. So YouTube Premium does definitely help creators. I can't say that it is super monetarily worthwhile, but that depends on your finances and what you want from it. Because there's YouTube Premium exclusive shows, but if you're not watching those, you know, but it is one way to still support creators and remove ads from YouTube for you, which is also bad for advertisers, which means it's great for everyone, because we want to break advertisers' hold on YouTube. Advertisers, whoever pays the bills, sits in the captain's chair, right? That's why we have things like adpocalypses, right? Some creator makes a nasty video and advertisers pull out and everyone loses money. Because the advertisers control everything and pay for the bills, YouTube has to conform to their ideals. So as YouTube Premium users increase, which right now, through 2020, I think, based on my stats, went from 5% of viewers to 7% of viewers, so it's not a huge gain. 7% of viewers on my channel use YouTube Premium. When it hits about 50%, advertisers will lose control, right? Advertisers will lose control at 50% of YouTube Premium, because the ad space just disappears and people just aren't relying on ads anymore. So I needed something successful besides the lists to sort of maintain the channel. And I tried a lot of things. I tried a PS4 fake PS4 controller review thing, and that sort of took off. But I was like, I don't really want to do tech gadget reviews. And then I started the In 2020X series. You can find that at GamerZakh.com/2020X. And it's a series where I take an old game and it's modded or remastered for today. So I can look at Oblivion in 2020, and that video got 600,000 views. So that's good. I did Dune 2 and Dune 2000 in 2020, and those blew up as well. I looked at Warcraft 3 Reforged, which is not good, but the video did not bad, right? So this turned out to be a pretty successful thing. And now we've more recently done Skyrim and Morrowind for 2021, and those are taking off as well. So these are now videos that are taking off. So we have a series that is doing well besides the list videos, something that can potentially cross 100,000 views. And that's very exciting. And it takes a lot of pressure off of me rushing the list videos, because I can really burn out doing those list videos. Doing them solo is incredibly hard. Each one takes 80 work hours. 80 work hours, right? If you take the 80 work hours, it's basically 3 weeks of solid work, right? Because an average work day, you could get 6 hours done, right? So if you take 80 work hours divided by 6, it is 13 work days. So it's like, yeah, let's say it's like 3 weeks of solid work. So if I did nothing else, I could do one list video a month. If I did nothing else, and I don't want to be like that. And I could do 12 lists, but I don't want to do that. That's not something I want to do. Soulswind says, I actually disable ad block for YouTube just because I want to support the creators you like and watch. Thank you so much, Soulswind. It is appreciated. I know ads suck. I'm very aware. I'm very aware. What inspired me to start doing what I do now? Good question. I basically wanted to do lots of things. I was a teacher. I was a designer. I did graphic design and multimedia and interactive media, and I did work full-time as a teacher for like 2+ years, almost 3 years, 2.5 years we could say. And I did YouTube on the side of all of that. And basically it was sort of an analysis of what I wanted out of life and also where the world was going. And I really enjoyed teaching, but I struggled with management and the restrictions and the rigidity of teaching. The students were great, management not so much. So that's a long story. I've got some videos on that. And I just enjoyed YouTube the most. I enjoyed creating content. It essentially is still fulfilling the teaching thing. I'm still talking to an audience. I'm still talking to a group of people. It gave me freedom to create what I wanted, or at least what I saw fit, you know, based on the stats that I can see. I can assess my own stats, do my own thing, take my own actions and stuff like that. And it also gave me the freedom because I work from home, and Mrs. GamerZakh is a performing artist, so in the future might want to travel or might want to try pursue a master's or get to another country, and I didn't want to be something that prevented us from moving. So it was good for me. It was good for, I was enjoying it, and it was good for Mrs. GamerZakh. So it checked all the boxes for what I should be doing with my life. So I found it fulfilling. I found it fun. It was good for me. It's good for my family. So that's pretty much what inspired me to keep doing that. Right? I think that's a pretty good reason. That's a pretty good reason, right? I was a teacher. That makes sense. Yeah. So in 2020, I felt lost. We found something that could compete with the list videos, at least some of the time, right? 2020X videos don't take as much effort. They don't take 80 hours to make, and some of them can blow up, so that's good. And I basically settled on saying I need to make content as if I was at a channel the size I wanted to be. So, for example, the longest time I was making content as if I had 100,000 subscribers, and people would say, oh, this channel is so underrated. I can't believe you only have 80,000 subscribers. And I was like, that's exactly what I need to do. I need to keep people coming back and saying, this channel deserves more subs, because that means I'm creating stuff that is beyond my size. And that's how you grow. You create stuff that's beyond your size. It means you've created a space, and you've created stuff that has the room to grow, so it just slowly fills up to that size, right? So I just picked 500,000. I was like, let's make content like I'm 500,000 subs. And I'm not sure if I pulled that off this year, because you look at 500,000 subs and they do all sorts of things. I specifically don't want to look at 10 million channel subs, 10 million sub channels and do what they do, because once you're at 10 million or even 1 million, you just do whatever and people watch, right? So I think that's too big, right? It's like, it's too big to fail, you could say. So the stuff they do, they often can just slack, and then they sort of dip down and have a low plateau, which is still massive compared to me, but their low plateau, they just coast and they can go forever. So that you shouldn't take inspiration from massive channels all the time, because sometimes they're just coasting. So I think 500,000 subs, they're still like, oh, 1 million. So I think 500 channel subs is like a sweet spot for successful big channels who are still trying really hard. And I think that's a good source of inspiration. Yeah, I think I'll unsub if you start making videos like you have 30 million subs, right? You go to a 30 million sub channel and it's like a lot of things, like a lot of little things, they just don't bother anymore, right? They just massive channels are horrible, especially on Twitch. Chat is a big mess, we could say. So I think 500,000 sub channels is like that sweet spot of people are still trying really hard, but they are successful and big. So I'm gonna try study that a bit more. In 2021 and actually look at them and be like, what are they doing? How are they doing things? What do people watch? What do people like? Without losing myself, obviously. Do you think mostly focusing on city builders is too niche to get to 500k? I do realize a lot of my peers tend to be around the 100 to 200,000 subscriber mark. You know, like Spirit of the Law, Zero Period Productions, you know. A lot of my peers tend to be around that size. So to grow bigger than that probably needs something extra, but I do really like city builders, so. And in 2020, another goal we came up with in terms of improving the content was to make longer videos, which does get me the occasional hate comment because they load into a 4-hour video and they see 12 ad breaks and they're like, oh, you left a bit of gray on the timeline. You can fill that up with yellows. They get sarcastic about it. It's like, oh, there's so many ads. Wow. But, you know, if you actually spread that out over 4 hours, we're doing on average an ad every 20 to 25 minutes. Imagine loading up a gameplay video and it's 20 minutes long and there's no mid-rolls, no ads in the middle of the video. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing, right? It's a technique. It's a specific technique. that I figured out. First of all, it shouldn't be up to me to decide how long you want to watch, right? If you want to watch 30 seconds, if you want to watch 5 minutes, if you want to watch 3 hours, you should have that choice, right? If I make a 5-minute video, or if I split the gameplay video up into 20-minute parts, I'm telling you, you should watch 20 minutes, right? You should watch it in 20-minute chunks. But, you know, you can do that on a 4-hour video. You just stop watching, leave, come back, and YouTube remembers where you were. So I shouldn't have to tell you how long you should watch. So I just do a 3-4 hour video and you watch as long as you want. And people who watch the whole thing come across all 12 ads, right, for example, and they sort of subsidize the video. And for those of you who are watching 5 minutes, you see one ad at the start, because I don't even put the first mid-roll until at least 8 minutes in. Unless we do nothing for 8 minutes, then I put the ad later on. Right? You watch 5 minutes? Sure, no problem. And this way, instead of doing a series of 20 videos where each video gets fewer and fewer views, right? The first video gets 100,000 views, the next video gets 50,000 views, the next video gets 5,000 views, right? It gets less and less and less because it's like people who watch 5 minutes, 20 minutes, half hour, 1 hour. People stop watching after a certain amount of time, so the videos get less and less and less. And I'm like, this sucks. I'm now making videos and like 1,000 people are watching at the end, and it's like, I'm just flooding people's feed, their subscription list, with videos they don't want to watch. So I just thought, what if I just do one big chunk? And then people who come back and rewatch boost the view count, so it's good for me. But also, people who don't want to watch this video anymore, they only wanted half an hour, they don't want 3 hours. They only get one thing in their sub feed, right? So it doesn't flood the sub feed with things you don't want to watch. And that video is just there, the 3-4 hours is there, and you can watch a lot of it, right? If you really, really love it, you can watch all of it. If you're like, oh, this is cool, but you know, I don't want to watch that much, no problem. You stop anytime you like. And that was a specific decision and a specific technique. And it also means that fewer videos and fewer ads can increase ad revenue while we reduce the number of ad breaks, right? So it's a win for me, it's a win for you, and it's a loss for advertisers because we're reducing number of ad breaks, which means there's fewer ad spots. Imagine every ad break is like a billboard on a highway. The more of them there are, the cheaper it is to advertise. The cheaper it is to advertise, the less money advertisers spend. The less money advertisers spend, the less money the billboard owners earn, right? So the more ad breaks you put, the worse it is for all of us, right? The videos still earn revenue from YouTube Premium viewers. Yes, in fact, double so. YouTube Premium on average pays double ad revenue. Removes all ads and the creators earn twice as much. It is beneficial. Though I can't, in all honesty, recommend YouTube Premium to people in the US or UK because it's so expensive. So you check if it's value for money for you. Here in Malaysia, YouTube Premium is like 17 ringgit. It's basically $4. It's $4 for me to have YouTube Premium. So it's cheap here. So in Malaysia, it's like fine, right? For reference, Netflix is 45 ringgit-ish, right? Whereas in the US or the UK, YouTube Premium is as expensive as Netflix, and the value is not matching, right? Elegant found you mid last year from Spirit of the Laws channel, actually. Oh, okay. Got recommended the Zakh Festival video on the... Oh, that's an old one. The Zakh Festival of Age of Empires, I assume, if you came from Spirit of the Law. That was a good festival. It's very hard to organize when I'm doing the list videos, though. I give yourself self-ad absolution for subbing on Twitch. Yeah, if you support any channel with any method besides ads, a Twitch sub, a Patreon monthly payment, even if it's just $1, like $1 on Patreon pays way more than any ad revenue you could generate from watching videos. It is so insane. Basically, on a good month, good channel sort of thing, if you're lucky, 1,000 views could earn $3 or $4, right? $3 or $4, maybe in the good months, right? Which this year there weren't many. Well, 2020 there weren't many. So $1 is at least equivalent to like 250 views, right? And I don't think you can watch 250 of my videos in a month, right? 250 of my videos in a month would be a lot. So if you donate like even $1 on Patreon, it more than covers anything from ads. So if you use ad block, but then also donate directly to creators, the creators should not complain. The creators should not complain. That sounds like a challenge. Yeah, go watch 250 of my videos in a month. I uploaded 180 videos this year. If you watched every video I uploaded in the last year, you would not be at 250 views. Right? It's a lot. It's a lot, okay? Yeah, so yeah, there's like Twitch subs, there's YouTube memberships, there's even using the Humble Bundle referral link. It's still more valuable than that. So through 2020, we did these things. We felt lost after 100K, tried to figure out how to move forward, made the 2020 X series to compete with the list videos, tried to act like we had more than 100,000 subs in terms of the content we were producing, and we made longer videos to provide viewer choice, which got some hate comments and caused some confusion, but I think it serves the viewer and you guys a lot better. And Zwiworgzamot, been a $1 patron for a year or so. Thank you so much. That's insanely generous. Thank you. I'm very, very respectful of other people's money. You drop a bit, which is a cent on Twitch, and I will say thank you, because money's money, any amount, right? You respect other people's money. I think that's very important to do. Yeah, and kindness is kindness. Like, you don't know people's background, right? You know, someone can drop $10,000, but, you know, if they're a multi-millionaire, then, you know, it's still like the same level as kindness as someone dropping $1 a month, you know? It's... The effect on me should not translate to the effect on you, right? How it affects me is not how it affects you. And I think that's a very important distinction. The euro doesn't have a cent anymore. They removed that ages ago. I don't know if you can you buy a bit? I don't think so. You can watch ads for bits and then use those. I recently added nexus.gg as well. Yes, it's still testing. I'm not like pushing that hard. I did nexus.gg/GamerZakh. I can list 10 games there, and it tells you if you buy a game through that how much I get. So it's nice and transparent. If you want to buy something from my top 10 list of what's on Nexus, you can. I've listed like Crusader Kings and Morrowind and stuff like that. If you happen to not own Morrowind, I set it up, but you know, it's up to you how you want to do things. All right, so now moving into 2021, what are we gonna do? What do we do for the next year? Do you know 2021? We're gonna hit our 10-year anniversary. I started this channel September 9th, 2011. September 9th, 2021 is gonna be 10 years. 10 years. You want to see something interesting? Go back and watch my first ever video. From Dust, mission 1 and 2. From Dust. Should I play From Dust September this year? Hey guys, we're doing a nostalgiasm of From Dust. It's 10 years old. I played it when it was new. I think it released in 2011, right? I played From Dust because I was like, I like Populous, and I don't think anyone's gonna watch this, so let's just do it. Then I played Caesar 3 because I was like, no one's gonna watch Caesar 3. Who's gonna watch Caesar 3? It's like from 98. It's so old. It's a weird puzzle city builder thing. No one's gonna watch this. Let's just do a playthrough for practice. I think that initial Caesar 3 video, how many views does it have now? The first ever Caesar 3 video I did. Let me see. Caesar 3 Mission 1. Nope, that's not right. Caesar 3 Mission 1. How many views does it have? The first ever Caesar 3 video, which I thought no one would watch, has 187,000 views. No one's gonna watch this. 187,000 views, like 9 years later. Right? It's crazy how that became what this channel is kind of about. Old city builders. So, 2021, we're hitting our 10-year anniversary. And I think I'm going to set a constant goal moving forward of do something new. I don't know what it's going to be, but I think it should be a goal every year to do something new. Right? Could be anything, but I was thinking about it, and if you never do anything new, and I don't mean play new games. We already do that, right? We already have gamer encounters. But if you never do anything new, you often stagnate and people get bored, and you don't grow if you don't do something new and move out of your comfort zone. So I think it should be a constant goal every year moving forward to do something new, right? And as I mentioned earlier, we should act and create content as if we're at 500,000 subscribers. As if we had that. We should be that good. We should make that. And what does that mean? So from my analysis of like looking at 500,000 subs, which I need to spend more time doing, but at a glance, essentially what I think we need to do more is more editing. I used to edit quite heavily, and then I stopped editing in favor of live editing during live streams and stuff like that. Because rendering videos not only took a long time, you lose quality, right? The game looks worse if you throw it in an editing software and render out a video, you lose quality. And I hate that. I can't stand it. When you do that, you actually lose quality. Like, I realized it when I was playing through Emperor. When I edited the video, the colors seemed a bit muted. The contrast and stuff lost something. When I recorded something out of OBS and put it straight onto YouTube, it looked better. It looked sharper, it looked cleaner, the colors were more vibrant. So editing is a double-edged sword, right? So the only way to avoid that is to do more complex live editing. So I'll try figure things out, right? We've already got intros playing. We've got intros playing. My perfectionism strikes again. Well, it's striving to be better. It's striving to be better than where we are. That's how we grow. Play Among Us, go into competitive FPS. I don't know. But if we come to the end of the year and it's like, we need to do something new. All right, let's play some competitive Counter-Strike. Let's lose a lot. Load up Counter-Strike 1.6. The real one, yeah. Let's go play Dota version 5. Have I tried competitive Age of Empires 2? I've tried it. I'm not good at it. I think I'm a slightly below average player in competitive stuff. City Skylines, I don't know. I don't connect well with City Skylines. But yeah, So creating and acting like a 500,000 sub channel, we got to do more editing. But to maintain visual quality, we have to do it live. Like right now here, I could do this in post, but I want to do it live. So it's more streamlined, and also it looks better rather than taking this footage, putting it into editing software, rendering it out, and then it looks worse. And it's like, I can tell the difference, so I hate it. Right? And then, besides more editing, what I notice from 500 sub channels is they have a more distinct personality. And I was tempted to say bigger personality, because you look at a lot of 500,000 sub channels and they're very loud. Right? They're very dramatic about things, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to be someone I'm not. So I think I should actually self-analyze and see what really makes me me in the eyes of you guys. What's unique about who I am as a person, how I carry myself, and focus on delivering what people like about that more, right? If people love that I am very teacher-like, I should deliver that more consistently, right? If people like that I am calm in the face of losing a game, I should deliver that calmness more, you know, more of it and more frequently, right? So I should really sort of pay attention to what people like. Like, people love the humor. Yeah, I would love to tell more jokes, but my kind of jokes, right? And I think I want to try do that and see the kind of how I can deliver my kind of jokes in a better way and more often, right? Rather than telling the jokes that people at 500,000 subs tell, I should tell my jokes at that frequency and quality, right? People like you to play Among Us with the people. You know, I see no evidence of that. I don't know. Multiplayer games stress me out, that's why. Just be the real you, not fake. Yeah, but I want to be the best me. Not a fake me, the best me. And I think that's not just for my own benefit, you know, knowing who I am and delivering that, but also you guys benefit more when I know who I am for sure, and I know what you guys like, and I can create things and be the way that is entertaining and comforting and all of that for you guys. And I think that benefits both of us. I think it's a win-win, and I think these win-win relationships is always a good sign that it's a good thing to do. Like doing longer videos, so there's 12 ad breaks, but you know, I can still make the same money, but you get fewer ads. You can watch as long as you want. You can cut out whenever you want. That's a win-win. It's a win for me. It's a win for you. And I think that that's something that we should pay attention to. Right? Also, those big YouTube channels usually have more people behind them than just the face. Yeah. Hiring someone right now is not quite possible. I don't make enough money to consistently pay a salary to someone. I did ask a YouTube editor on Twitter, right? You can find them on Twitter. And I asked, what's the going rate for hiring an editor, for someone to just consistently edit videos and put stuff out, right? Because that could be a huge benefit. The first person I ever hire would need to be a video editor. They said the going rate, the average, is $1,000 a month. I can't afford that. And you know me, I do not underpay. I don't underpay. I don't like free work. I don't like underpaying people. So we need to $1,000 a month, yeah. And I know why. I've done the editing. I've done the editing. I know what goes into it. And these are professional editors, right? They'll do the job. But it's like, can't quite afford it. Even my new profile picture, which you can see down there. My new profile picture. I got an artist to paint a base, and then I modified it to look more like my face. And I paid for it, right? I didn't pay a huge amount of money for it, which is why I didn't want to keep bugging the artist. It doesn't quite look like me. Get it right, get it right. I didn't want to bug them because I'm not paying them that much. So they made a base, and then I used the liquefy tool in Photoshop to like make this look like me. You know, it's hard. It's hard. If we were at 500,000 subs, I could probably hire an editor, but we're not. So I have to just try and keep doing it myself. And if I can figure out more ways to do it live, to have more editing pizzazz happen as we do it live, then it won't be so much of a strain because we can just do it live, video's done and done, upload. But we'll see how that goes. I'll try. So we've got more editing, more distinct and stronger personality, best of yourself, not a fake person, best of who you can be. And then the third thing I noticed is a focus on entertainment, an entertainment factor. Everything they tend to do tends to be focused on how is this moment going to be entertaining, right? How is this moment? And this is a struggle, especially when you do a 3-hour-long video or a 3-hour-long stream. It's like, how are you going to make the entire 3 hours entertaining? And it's like, that's very difficult. That's very difficult, right? So when I do those long streams, I should set it up in a way where it is constantly entertaining in some way. So I think that works with some things like the Skyrim and Morrowind in 2021, because every single time you just walk to a new location, there's more to see, right? You're in Sedanim. This looks great. Let's travel to Pelagia. Oh, wow, look at this. Let's go to Balmora. Hey, this looks cool. Let's go down that river to the Kwama mines. And it's like, oh, wow, this is cool. Like, you just keep going through the game, and it gets more and more interesting, right? So the game does half the work in that situation. But there is this sort of focus on entertainment. Like, even a video like this, I would say this particular vlog is not a 500,000 sub channel vlog, right? There's not enough editing, there's not enough pizzazz, there's not enough focus on that entertainment factor. Maybe a bit of the distinct personality, I don't know. A little bit of the editing, because I set up an actual sort of slightly more intriguing, fancier visual background this time, rather than a static image, which I've done before. Just my desktop wallpaper. That's, you know, it's a bit more work. It's a bit more work. Maybe this is like 150,000 sub vlog. But the more editing, more distinct personality, and more focus on that entertainment factor, I think, are the 3 key points of how we can try and be better in 2021. And that's I think, our goals for 2021. We're going to hit our 10-year anniversary. We got to do something new, and we got to do these 3 points to be better. And not to mention maintaining all the previous goals of, like, trying to reduce the number of ads and stuff like that, right? Right? And VODs on Twitch open up to non-subs. I kind of leave the Twitch VOD sub only, because that's sort of like $5 is not cheap, right? So early access to the videos on Twitch is like the best reward I could give for Twitch subs. So that's something I leave as that. In exchange, I try to get the videos as quickly as possible onto YouTube. But there's a 24-hour exclusivity thing. The chapters and each section on the YouTube videos, those have actually been really good. Yeah, Scrooge. Especially the long videos, I can just say, like in Morrowind, this part of the video, we're in Sedanin. This part of the video, we're traveling through the wilderness. This part of the video is Balmora. This part of the video is doing side quests. And that alone helps a lot, in terms of keeping people interested in the video, right? Because they can see, oh, I'm tired of Seidanin. Let's get out of Seidanin. You can skip to the time code. It's marked there. And it's like, great. And I actually see a big spike of the at the point in terms of the watch time. There's a big spike at the moment I leave Seidanin. Right? So a lot of people, they're like watching, oh, Seidanin's cool. 5 minutes in, I want to see the next thing. They can skip forward. And that's actually really good. The chapters and the time codes, which are helping with that focus on entertainment factor to keep the people entertained. So anytime someone gets bored, there should be an out to get to the next interesting part, right? I think that's important. And I'll keep trying to do that in videos where chapters make sense, right? It's worked well in the super long videos. Oh, so that's basically it. We've done our stats. We've recapped our efforts through 2020. We have laid out a rough guide for 2021 in terms of what we're trying to do. And I think that's pretty good, right? That's pretty good. I have to say thank you all. Thank you everyone who's watching this, and thank you for tuning in, hanging out, joining us on our Discord community or any of the other social medias. Enjoying the content. I'm glad you do. Watching the videos. I'm trying my best to make everything as best as it can be, and I'm gonna keep trying. Even today, right now, I've tweaked my lights, I've tweaked my mic. Hopefully I'm looking and sounding a little bit better. I've tweaked my green screen filter settings. I'm dressing a bit more professionally, right? Dressing a bit more professionally to try and, you know, this is still one of my favorite t-shirts, so I'm wearing it. So that's what I mean by more distinct personality. I'm me. I like this t-shirt, but I should be, you know, wearing it for you guys. Right? You guys are very kind. Anyway, we'll bring this video to a close. Thank you all so much for joining. Here's to a great start for 2021. Hope you're all doing well, keeping safe, and keeping entertained through everything. I'm proud of you guys. You guys made it! We're in the next year, 2021. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.